Alright, so back out in the garage. It's finally time to do the front suspension. Just got my wheels in, so that's motivating me a little bit more to get on it. So, yeah, just gonna bolt it up, get everything in place. Let's snug everything down, not necessarily torque it down just yet. I won't torque it down till it's on all fours at least. It'd be better if I had the motor in there so it's under its own weight, but once it's on all fours, I think that should be enough. But yeah, the dirty 17s from the Elco will go back on the Elco shortly, and then the new wheels for the Monte will go on. But before I do all that, let me stop talking and get started on the front suspension. Alright, so the front suspension is pretty much upper lower control arm. You got your shock, your spring, and then your spindle with your brake assembly. So I'm gonna put on a time lapse on one side, then depending on how that goes, I might explain more on the other side. But for the most part, if you took them off, you should know how to put them back on. And just 2 bolts for the upper control arms, 2 bolts for low control arms. Put your spring in, your spindles with your cotter pins and your castle nuts, and that's pretty much it. And then of course the sway bar, but the kit comes with all the hardware, so everything is there. I just have to get it out of the boxes. I'll lay it out on each side, and then I'll get to installing. Alright, so here we go. Have all the bolts laid out for the upper and lower control arms to mount to the frame. So the 4 shorter bolts are going to be for the uppers, and the lowers have 2 different sizes. You have 2 longer ones and then 2 shorter ones, and you can tell on the control arms the shorter ones go towards the rear, the longer ones go up front. But just have everything laid out. So these are the passenger side upper and lowers. Those are the driver's side upper and lowers. So just have everything laid out, trying to be as organized as I can. I said the bolts, the nuts, the washers all laid out. Comes with the grease. I will grease the bushings before I put them in. And I'm just going to start bolting these in, just hand tight. And then after those are in, then I'll worry about putting the spindles and the shocks, the springs, and the sway bar on. I think the sway bar comes with 2 different mounting kits, so I'll have to look into that a little bit farther once I get to it to see which one I'm going to use. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to put you guys on the time lapse and get to it. Alright, so there we have it. The spring is in. Took a little bit convincing, but it's sitting right at the bottom, and then it's also sitting on the crowns on the inside of the frame. So you gotta look out for those. I did use a spring isolator, so it's in between the spring and the frame. It's kind of 50-50. I was almost ready to take it out. Talking to a buddy, he's like, just leave it in there. So that, pretty sure that's about ½ inch, ¼ inch play in there. So without it, it would give you a little bit more room, but I kept it in there and made it work. So I did use a spring compressor, which helped out to get it started. So it'll help you get it started in there, but once you put pressure on it with the jack, it's going to relieve a lot of pressure from the spring compressor. So you just have to remember to either take that out when you get close, or just keep in mind that you have to remove it at some point. I used a couple crowbars, a mallet, and might have gave it 1 or 2 good hits with the sledgehammer. It's probably not recommended. That's why it's not a install video on the shocks or on the springs. Just a review on me putting it together. So that's all on. Spindles are bolted down with the cotter pin in there. What else? So that, for the most part, that's done. Still have to install the shocks. It does not come with the hardware to mount the shocks to the lower control arm, so I'll have to go out in the morning and find something to do that. But what really threw me off comes with, there are 3 washers in there, and usually the way I would have done it is probably washer, bushing, frame, bushing, washer, then nut. But the way it's supposed to go, I even looked it up online. I guess I'm not the only one that had that problem. So started looking up on it. So it goes a black washer at the bottom and a bushing, and then from the picture, looks like the washer with the little lip on there will go next. Then you'll slide it in on the frame, and then bushing, it's a little thicker washer, go on top, and then the nut. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna slide this in. Like I said, I still have to get the mounting hardware for the shock to the lower control arm. But once I get the shock just sitting in there, I will start on the other side. So let me put this down, get back to work. Man, I'm gonna tell you again, man. I'm in the garage trying to work, and you post more videos. You might be throwing QA1 on yours, throwing UMI on mine. But either way, they're gonna come out nice. But seriously, videos when I'm in the garage, man, can't be doing it. Alright, so there we have it. After fighting with the spring for a little while, it is in. Like I said, when you do these springs, just be careful. Did mess up the nice red powder coating a little bit, but probably hit that with a little bit of touch-up paint. But the shocks are in. The springs are in. The shocks still not mounted all the way. Still have to get a few bolts. So found some from the old one, but I'm not going to use those. Just go get new ones in the morning. Alright, let's take it back about the bolts for the shocks not being in there. They were just in a bag. I had some more of the control arm parts for, like I think the steering stops. I have the larger ones on there. Those are smaller ones, but they were all in the same bag, so I don't need to go out and get new ones. They do come with the hardware for the shocks. Yeah, so still have to put the sway bar links in, so have those already mocked up. So I'll go toss these on, and then hopefully, well, not hopefully, I need to order the new steering linkage and steering box and try to do that before prices get ridiculous on delivery fees. But yeah, it's looking good. It's still up in the air. I might lower it, just throw the other steel wheel on the front and lower it just so I could fit. Let me see. Give you a little preview. That's the size of them, just so I can fit some of those on the car. Just do a test fit on the rear. You know, it'll be plenty of room. I just want to see what they look like on the rear. I already threw them up front. They look pretty good. They're going, especially with the drilled and slided rotors, with the big calipers. The wheels, I think they're going to really fit the car. But yeah, let me put the camera down, throw on the sway bar links, see how those go, and then call it a day.